Well, polite savages, sometimes everything is crazy. The dog walks backwards at midnight, and somebody who has never agreed with us starts to agree with us. So there's only two possibilities. Either number one, we were right all along, or this world is going crazy. Let's get to it.
Take a look at your screen. We blurred them, but you'll see what kind of sparked this conversation.
But anyways, a lady came on here. I guess she came from Afro Fest, and I guess she was quite disgusted, rightfully so, that women were not wearing clothes. Like, are wearing tassels and G-strings, and they're calling it an outfit. That is not an outfit. That is not even lingerie. You see, the issue is that you guys started easing this madness with lingerie, and people let you guys get away with it. Now you guys are not wearing clothes, and it is not okay.
Let's talk about the new generation of women. You guys are, and that's for real. Now, I'm not talking about all women, okay? Let me say that. But a very big majority of you all are such low level, are such low class, classless, disgusting, embarrassing. You guys are disgusting.
Whoa, she is. I mean, listen, fellas, we've talked about this a lot before. We've said it a lot before. Ladies, we tried to tell you. This lady is frustrated. She's frustrated with the generation.
You get mad when people are not clapping for the ignorance. You guys are shameful. And because of your disgusting low-class behavior.
And maybe this is the tough love that you need so we can understand and make some changes in our society. Maybe this is the analysis that you need. Maybe.
What is that you got on? A long dress? That's what your grandmother used to wear. What's the matter with you? See, but that's a challenge. It's a challenge to a woman to cover herself in a world that uncovers her. That's a challenge to your will. Well, I don't know whether I like the Muslims, but I have pretty legs. And I want the Muslims and everybody else to know that my legs is pretty. And God gave me a pretty shape. And I just feel that I should show everybody, what I got, so that they will what? What do you expect them to do after you show them?
And no one's saying that you can't be the wonderful, beautiful beings that you want to be. But what we are saying is that sometimes kids are watching. Sometimes things are inappropriate. Sometimes you force entire organizations to enforce dress codes because of how you presented yourself. So maybe it's time to just roll back the clock just a little bit, just a little humility, just a little self-awareness, as you like to call emotional intelligence.
Officials, they're clarifying expectations on the rules, and that does include revised dress code.
And videos circulating on social media of what people are calling more club wear than rodeo wear. And so we've got those photos here for you. If you take a look at your screen, we blurred them, but you'll see what kind of sparked this conversation. So rodeo officials are emphasizing that this is and always has been a family-friendly event.
Polite savages. Back on the scene, crispy and clean. All right, polite savages, let's go.
Let's talk about the new generation of women. You guys are disgusting. And that's for real. Now, I'm not talking about all women, okay? Let me say that. But a very big majority of you all are such low level, are such low class.
Man, she is coming in hot. I gotta put on my little hood for this. I gotta put on my hood for this. I gotta get ready. She's gonna bring the storm. All right, so for context, this lady, she is a professional femininity coach. What does that mean? She actually takes ladies and she tries to help them find the high-valued, high-earning male. And she has seen something that has absolutely turned her off about this generation that we're talking about.
Classless, disgusting, embarrassing. You guys are disgusting.
So maybe when it's coming from somebody else besides the fellas, because the fellas, we say stuff sometimes, maybe we're too harsh, maybe we just don't articulate it correctly. This is somebody who spends her life talking to this demographic, and she is not happy.
And then you get mad when people are not clapping for the ignorance. You guys are shameful. And because of your disgusting low-class behavior, Black women are at the bottom. People look at us as a science project. They don't understand us at all. The mindset, the way we carry ourselves, the things that we celebrate. It's so bad that men do not even want to commit to you guys. They don't want to be in a relationship with you. They just put you guys in situationships, pump you up with a baby, and there you go, another single mama. And then you got...
Whoa, she is... I mean, listen, fellas, we've talked about this a lot before. We've said it a lot before. Ladies, we tried to tell you, this lady is frustrated. She's frustrated with the generation. And maybe this is the tough love that you need so we can understand and make some changes in our society. Maybe this is the analysis that you need. Maybe it's not from me. Maybe it's from her. Maybe this is the analysis that you need, that maybe, just maybe, and I've said maybe a bunch of times, so let me say it one more time, maybe we'll start making a change. And I'm not saying it's all ladies. It's some real good ladies out there, but man, it's hard to find y'all nowadays.
Guys want to celebrate that like that is something so big and something so... We're supposed to admire that. There is nothing admirable about that, okay? You guys are a reflection of bad parenting, a reflection of no parents, a reflection of fatherless behavior. That's what you guys look like, okay? Well, that's what you guys are. Put it like that, all right? And then again, you want to get upset when people are not clapping for the ignorance. You want to call it judging. You want to call it, yeah, it is judging, okay? And if you was back in our day, yeah, you would be judged until your behind wouldn't even want to come out the door. Okay? Yeah, what you guys have decided to celebrate is horrific. People in other communities just look at us, all right? Because what you guys have decided to clap for is the most low-level behavior imaginable. People in other communities, they have husbands, they have families. They don't go around getting pregnant by men, and the type of men y'all be getting pregnant from. Nasty looking men, rugged looking men, men who don't even look like they take baths. And y'all ignorant self be up there, yeah.
How the fellas start catching strays all of a sudden, man? She is going off on everybody, but you know what? The truth is a bitter pill, and sometimes you got to shut up and take your medicine. Sometimes when things aren't right, you got to start making it right. You got to start talking about it. You got to start analyzing it. You got to start making action. Plan, analyze, and strategize, and then execution.
Yes, girl, do it, do it. Do you know how dumb you sound? Do you know how dumb you look? But I guess I'd be dumb too if I ain't have no parents. I guess I'd be a dummy too if I had parents who didn't care about me. Yeah, I guess that's how it looked when you haven't been raised by nobody.
Wow. So I just want to say that this is a lady, we've seen her content before. I've disagreed with her content before, and I'm fair here. If I disagree with something you say, I will say I disagree with you. I'll say you're wrong. If I agree with something you say, I'll say you're right. I mean, I'm not stuck on one ideological side of the bridge or something weird like that. This lady, in my opinion, is telling folks what they need to hear. She's telling the young ladies that she deals with on a day-to-day basis what they need to hear. She's letting you know, and I already know that this is a reaction to what the news has been going on lately, to people enforcing dress codes, to people, acting weird in places and showing out and just not having the discernment in public that probably they should have. And this lady's just, and you know what? None of us should have it anymore. Her anger should be magnified throughout everybody. We should be making changes in the society positively, because look at it. Let's just look at one simple thing. When you're going around and people are looking at you, they're gonna look at your image and juxtapose that to everybody. And that's just the way human beings operate. And it's time for us to stop trying to rail against the machine and it's time for us to remake the machine in our image so it works for us.
You're an average woman and you want to know how you get a high status man? Okay, I'll teach you just 5 steps.
Okay.
Step 1, you can't. Sorry, but you can't. So there's no need to go over all the other steps, but hold on, let me tell you why.
Step 1, you can't. You can't have the guy that you want to have. She's gonna tell you why, but man, I don't know what it is, but these feminine influencers, they're pretty tough on you ladies.
High status man, he has options and real options. He's not choosing based on your standards. He's choosing based on your value. So when you say stuff like, I need a man making over $500,000 a year, or I have high standards, or I'm just thinking about my future, you have some questions to answer yourself. Are you fit, or are you working on it? Are you young, or are you trying to compete with a 20-something-year-old using Botox and filler? Are you feminine and submissive, or are you loud, combative, and allergic to being led? Do you like to cook, or do you hate it? Do you bring peace, or do you bring problems, mood swings, and tests to see if he really loves you? Because men at that level, they invest in beauty, peace, and a woman who makes life feel lighter and easier. And if you bring kids from another man into the equation, your chances are even smaller, honey. I'm sorry. So what?
Okay, so now this is a lady from a different demographic than maybe we're used to seeing on the THPP Network, but she is saying the same thing that we've been saying. So like what we're doing is we're showing you a message from different faces so that you don't think we're picking on you. We're not picking on you, ladies. It's just what you want. You're not coming out here 9 times out of 10 saying, hey, I just want a hardworking man who's a 9-to-5 dude who swings a hammer. That dude will probably cherish you, by the way. That dude will cherish you. He might even take in your extra kids or something like that if you work out a real understanding with him. But you're talking about a $500,000 man. We see these outlandish numbers, and it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because what are you really offering that $500,000 man that somebody else can't offer? And you know what happens with that $500,000 man if you really want to know? If you really want to know what that $1 million man a year, what he's doing, he got a bunch of females. He got a bunch of females, and he's not going to be faithful to one. Man, I know dudes who thousandaires ain't faithful to one. What do you think a millionaire going to do?
What the hell happened? Average women used to go for average men.
Yeah.
Solid men, hardworking men, and loyal men with character. Now, a lot of average women want the top dog while refusing to become a top woman themselves. That is not high standards. That is high entitlement. That is why you're still single. That is why you're getting older. And that is why you keep asking, where are all the men? Where did they go? Honey, they're everywhere. Take a look around. They're on construction sites doing electrical work, and they're working the double shifts. And guess what? Those men, they would treat you like a damn queen, but you are stuck in fantasy land.
Man, they are not going to like it. So we have one lady talking about stop acting shameful, and we have another lady telling these women a dreaded word. You can't get the high status man. You might have to get a normal guy because you're just normal. Woo, I don't know what the world's coming to. The dog is walking backwards, and this analyzation is analyzing the facts that we are in a ball of confusion. Thank you for watching that video, Flying Savages. Why don't you go on and watch the next one, hit the hype button, like and subscribe, and ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? Boom, we're out.
We found true happiness.